Welcome back to the shop. It's time for the next project. I think I'll just let this do the talking. Da da da. Ready? Here we go. It's time for the next guitar. Huh? Huh? Pretty good, eh? Pretty suspenseful. No? Alright, whatever. As you can see, a new guitar is on the works. In the works, we're gonna make a new guitar. Guitar number 3 for me. Literally the 3rd guitar I have ever made. We've decided I want a small acoustic. Hi everybody. I want a small acoustic guitar, so I decided, I went to the guitar stores all around town and I played around with a few small ones, like there was a Taylor GS Mini, there's Martin 00, there was a Yamaha that was a nice small size, something cozy, something in that range. I looked at the mini guitars in like a Martin Junior Dreadnought Junior or Junior Dreadnought, whatever they call that. There is a distinct line in sizes where, at least I could tell, to my ear, there was a distinct line between it sounding like a little toy, little plinky-dink-plink toy, and actually sounding somewhat like a guitar, at least sort of bassy. I'm not going to expect to get good bass out of it or a ton of bass out of it, but it needs to sound like it's not a toy. And I found, personally, that the Martin 00 size was about as small as you can go and still sound really, really, really good. So, this is going to be the next guitar. Pretty exciting. We're going to do everything on the guitar from scratch, of course, like I've done on the last two. I need to figure out what woods I'm going to use. In fact, the next step will be deciding on the wood I'm going to use. And we need to figure out what jigs and fixtures I need for this guitar. Luckily, some of the stuff I need is already built, like the radiusing jig for the fretboard and the fret slotting rig I've got, and I'm trying to think of what else I've already got. What we need, though, are going to be the back and top. As you can see, I'm going to try to sneak in here. The back side and the top side have a radius, and I need to be able to radius the bracing. So I need some sort of a jig for that, something I can use to do that. I'll use the CNC to make, a radiusing dish or something like that. I'll figure something out. And then we also have, I don't know what I want to do for a rosette yet. I still haven't even decided what I want for binding. I'm still really not sure what I want to look like. I'll do that when I start selecting the woods. But as far as other jigs go, I think radiusing the front and back and then bending the sides. The side form, I don't have anything at the moment to bend the sides. I don't have a template, a pattern. I don't have anything that I can do like bending wise. I don't have like one of those fancy, let me turn around. I don't have like a fancy LMI. Luther's Mercantile has this really cool bending form that heats up the wood. It's got like a little heating platen plate thing. I like that idea. I'm too cheap to pay for it, so I may have to figure out a way to make one, or make something else. I don't fully know how I'm going to bend the sides yet. That's the other thing. This one is not as sentimental as the 335 was, by any means. I want it to look good, and I want a small guitar that I can use, a small acoustic that I can play around the house. That's not so bulky like a Dreadnought. It's not so thick. Something a little thinner, a little narrower, a little smaller, just in general. So we're going to use these plans as a pretty good guide. There's going to be some slight modifications. Like you can see here where the headstock meets the neck. I'm not going to do it straight in like Martin did. I'm going to do a volute like I've done on the last two, because I think it's stronger. Two, I actually like having a stop there, so I'll carve the neck like I've done my last two necks. I'm also going to, I'm not sure yet. I've got to decide what I'm going to do for headstock shape. I might do it the same as I did on my first acoustic. I'm not sure there. I also need to, what else? Decide on the fingerboard, all of the woods. I have to decide on all of the woods. There was something else I was thinking about, but I can't. Oh, the joint of joining the neck to the body in this fashion, in this area. Deciding what I want to do for that. This one has it with a dovetail, which I might try to do because I've never tried the dovetail idea. So maybe that's a great idea. Maybe I should try that. Yeah. So we're gonna start on this next guitar. Let's get the next thing I want to do or the first thing we're going to do is let's start choosing woods, because I need to decide what woods I have and what woods I want to make it out of, and then we'll go from there. So I'll bring you back when I'm wood selecting. All right, before we get into picking wood, I need to I want a couple of patterns. I want to make a few templates so that I can use them to choose the woods a little better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the drawing and go into some CAD and cut out, get a pattern for the body template, just for this here, just for the body outline. Basically, it's the shape of the inside of the body, not the outside, but the inside of the body. It'll be used for templates for making more templates on other things like that. And then I'm also going to do one for the side strips because they're curved, and there's a nice full-sized drawing of it right in here. And so I'm going to go into CAD and I'm going to draw up what I'll use for a template for that and a template for the body, and I think I'll do one for the headstock too while I'm at it. And so we'll cut those out on the CNC in MDF, and then I'll make some clear plexiglass clear templates that I can use. I can lay them over the top of the board. You'll see that here in a bit. Yeah, I think that's going to work out well. Yeah, we're going to do that. So we're going to get set up on the CNC to cut out some MDF patterns here. I'll bring you back. All right, so we're set up MDF on the table. We're going to cut out just the shape pattern, the templates that are going to be used to make the body shape and the side shape and the headstock shape. There's a V-grooving bit in there now. I'm just going to letter it so I don't have to remember to mark it. And that works out okay. So some beautiful music while I put on earphones. All right, that's the V-grooving. And then we've got an 1/8 inch straight bit in there. We're going to cut out the profiles. You've seen this a million times. More delightful music. Alright, it's all cut out, so now we can just pop it off the machine, and I'm going to take it over the bandsaw. I left this little skin, so I'm going to take it over the bandsaw and cut them out, and then flush trim them. So, bring you back when that's done. Alright, we've cut them out, and now we got to flush trim them, and I'm going to have an assistant. I'm bringing somebody new in. You've never met this guy. I kind of sometimes regret that I met the guy. I'm not getting any closer to the camera, Morgan. So everybody, this is Morgan. He's a very good friend. He's kind of an ass.
Hey, Beamer.
Stop it.
Thank you for having me in your shop. What are we going to build today?
So, this is Morgan, everybody. I'm going to make him flush trim because he's nervous on the router table.
No.
He's very nervous. So, we'll just get these flushed and then we'll have patterns.
I route all the time. I told you.
We'll bring you back. All right, things are now cut. I've got this plexiglass we're going to use to make square or make see-through things. Just lay it down so that it doesn't fall off of any side.
And I helped
and
cut
stick.
that.
And yes, you saw Morgan flush trim this. I'm going to give him the hard one to put on.
I helped cut
Get
the
this one on there for me, please, Morgan.
You got it.
You're out of frame. You're still out of frame. A little more, you're still out of frame. Keep going, you're almost out of frame.
Good one.
We like jokes. Do the big one too. And I don't think you can see me working, but that's okay. Morgan got on camera though, so that's all that's important. He's giving me the evil eye right now. Just peel it! There you go. Not like that. Come on.
See, for the viewers, you want to show some, don't do it this way, but do it this way.
I do that all on my own without even trying. I would set the plexi down and put the pattern on top of it.
Again,
Same education.
Same
Okay,
yeah.
all right. It's fine. Just don't make me have to cut more plastic.
We're learning. Okay, it doesn't help when you bump into me.
Terribly sorry. Is it aligned? We got overlap all the way around? Good, good. Duh. He knows how to do
Probably
these things.
real close here.
Yeah, but that's fine. Nice job.
Again?
Thanks, Morgan.
You got it, Beamer.
Little Morgan face action.
Oh, finally. You missed the stuff that I did over there on that big cutter. There was things I did with this.
That's called the prepping weapon.
Yep.
That is what it's called. It says right on it, prepping weapon.
Something didn't make the camera because someone else.
We're recording that now.
Line!
Ready, set, go. Just go slow. Sure, that'll work. Nicely done. Big piece. Chicken now? You getting scared now? Yeah? You want me to do it?
Yeah.
I'll do it. There we go. And now we can go flush trim. So now we're ready to pull them off of here. And the trick is just to hold pressure there and it'll gradually release. You'll feel it and you'll hear it. For that one you might come in on the center and just give it. You hear it coming off. You can pull a little harder than that. There you go.
I hear it.
That's it. Boom.
Feel it.
And it pops right up. And you can peel the double stick tape off of the surface and we'll get some alcohol and clean up the top surface so it's not so sticky. Oink. So now we have some clear templates that we can use to pick out our woods, or at least I can use. I should mention Morgan is building a Martin 00 as well.
Yes, and you know those videos you watch of a painter and they show you step by step how to do it and they do it in about 10 minutes?
Yeah.
And then you try to do it You think that looks easy, and you try to do it and it looks like a second grade art project.
Yes.
So I'm that guy.
Morgan's
Yeah.
our second grader here today.
Jason always makes things look so easy.
I do not.
I'm going to show you what happens if you do exactly what he shows you to do. And just hope that when I string it up, it doesn't snap.
Better not snap. Let's peel this double stick tapey tape off. It's stuck to my fingers.
Stick to your fingers.
Stuck to your fingers. That's the new single by the Not Filming crew. Stuck to your fingers.
I think it's good to do things in other languages for the audiences around the world.
No. I don't know any other languages.
We can speak Australian.
No, we can't. No, we cannot. None of us can speak Australian. I have Australian viewers too, and they would tell me. I have tried once in a while talking British.
British?
Occasionally.
Oh.
And I have Phil. Phil will know when I try my British accent. Yeah, that'll work. Presto changeo, we have clear. Now, I'm going to go grab some alcohol and not drink it. Not drink it.
No.
All right. We have we have our stacks of wood to pick from. I have side, top and back, headstock should I want it. Don't think I'm going to need this right now. But my problem is a crisis of choices.
Too many choices.
I have too many choices. I have to decide whether I want to do spruce top and or for the top and then walnut for the back. I think I'm leaning heavily for walnut back and sides. But then what for the neck?
Oh,
I've got this mahogany,
which is lovely.
which should work well for the neck. It's somewhat quarter sawn. Some of it is somewhat quarter sawn.
Maybe you should start by ruling things out.
That's not a bad idea. I really wish they could hear you better because you're way over there. Sit over here. Just put your head right here.
Maybe you should start by ruling things out.
That's way too loud. I did have it pointed at you, though. That was awkward. See, I'm sweating because Morgan made me uncomfortable.
Now they know my name. Great.
I said your name twice
Okay.
earlier.
Well, now everybody knows.
Now everybody... Well, I can edit that out.
Probably didn't hear it before.
I can take it out in post. So I'm not sure about walnut or about maple, although I do have... You can't see it, but this is very beautiful maple.
Stunning.
And I could put the body... Ooh, that's very close for this size. Almost as if this maple was made for this guitar.
Especially if you put something down the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice, but I think I'm going to save this for a more important, more special instrument.
When I'm not around.
Yeah, when you're off camera. That one I will save. So we've ruled out that piece. These would be used for sides. If I decided maple, these would probably be the sides. There's this really heavily curl. It's got some nice fiddleback going on with it. Would also make a very nice, pretty guitar.
Yeah.
Because I could do a maple top.
Oh, is that a back?
It could be a back too. I could do spruce for the top, which is traditional, but I kind of like the idea of just a pretty looking guitar.
Yeah, spruce is a poor man's guitar.
No, it's not.
No offense to the spruce.
No offense to the poor man.
I'm trading tone for aesthetics.
I'm kind of in that vein as well. I kind of think this one I want to make pretty more than I care. I mean, I want it to sound okay. I don't want it to sound like shit, but actually no. For something this small, you need all the help you can get with tone. Because it's in that weird little boundary between sounding like a toy and sounding like a guitar.
That's true.
As small as this is, I'm thinking maple might just be a bad choice altogether, even though I have some incredibly beautiful pieces of maple. This one might actually be too small. Yep, that's too small.
Can't use it anyway.
Nope. Yeah, I think I'm going to rule out maple just for the fact that it's... Boy, that's bright. It's got some nice look. But maple is reputed to be... Oop, that's too small too. Maple is reputed to be bright. A very bright guitar. So I think I want to avoid, I think I'm eliminating maple entirely. I don't think we're going to use maple for top or back or sides. So these can go away.
Okay.
And then it's kind of spruce for the top. I can resaw this piece. It's got some neat fiddle in it. That one's nicely quartered. I have a large quantity of, well, not a large, this is my entire supply of spruce. This one works around this little defect nicely. I've got a little ding here. Yeah, might work well with that one. That'd be a very white, pale, plain looking piece, but it's nice. It's just, I worry about using this because it's so wide. I could use that on a bigger guitar.
Yeah.
And then there's this one, which is very heavily quartered. It's also quite wide and plenty. I think all of my spruce is plenty wide. I guess it's just a matter of coming up with what look I want. These two could almost be. This is just a boring task of coming up with what I want. And sadly, it's all up to me what I want.
Why don't you put a survey on YouTube and ask?
I don't want to do that. Because they want me to build a Les Paul really badly. Many do. I think I'm leaning towards this one. This one's nice because it's got a little bit of figure in it. You can see they call it bear claw.
Mm-hmm. I see it.
Stay put. Or just fall over. Fine. Lay down. Whatever. It looks like it goes all the way through it. I think that might be my top. If I don't F it up. Alright, spruce top.
Not a good choice. Would you throw your guitar that way?
It's not a guitar yet. I can do that. Ugh, fall over the stool. Alright, we've chosen my top. So I've got this thing, which looks sad and rough, but it's actually got some figure all up in it. But is it too skinny to do? Yeah, it's too skinny. Too narrow for that. It could be sides.
Not if you put something down the middle.
No, I want, so this is the inside dimension, right?
Right.
So I want to have another 1/4 inch or more on either side. That would mean I'd have to put like a 1/2 inch thing down the middle.
Okay.
And you need room for slicing. So this really needs to be like another 1/4 inch or more out from the edge of this.
Could be sides.
It could be sides.
What is it?
Yeah, that's not a bad looking side. Could be. If I don't have anything else for sides, maybe. Maybe. Then there's this lovely piece of walnut. That's rough and you can see the figure in that.
Yeah.
And it's, oh, it's perfectly width, perfect width. The trick is I can get so many out of this thickness. There's a lot there. I wonder if I'd like this side better. So it's going to get all of that in it. There's a lot over here to get too, though. This side is straighter. The glare from the light. Now it's romantic.
Yeah.
You could put Scotch Guard or something on it, get the static cling off. Yeah, that's about as narrow as I'd want to accept there.
I don't love the book match.
Really? Kind of looks like it's this way. Maybe it's better.
That's
Maybe
true.
this way is better. Then it comes back this way.
I like these wider swoops to be on the wider part of the guitar.
Back here, probably.
This is smaller up here with finer.
And the
detail
sound
on
hole
the
right there takes away this plain looking stuff. That's a contender.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that is why I set up these templates, so we can do that. I'm ready to cut some wood.
Just like that?
I don't F around, money. Let's get it done. Yeah, let's pause briefly and decide what we're going to do next. That was a long piece of footage. Alright, well, Morgan is gone, but for the day. He left, he had to go. But we did a good job narrowing things down. I don't think I want to use maple because it'll be too bright in a light guitar like this. So I'm going to go with spruce for the top and walnut for the back and walnut for the sides. And so I've worked that out. I've just been using this little template we made here, this little plastic clear template, and I'm just moving it around. I've got one more I want to mark out. It's the spruce for the top, and I don't think you'll be able to see it here on camera, but it's got a very neat, yeah, it's probably tough to see, there's a bear claw sort of figure. Maybe you can see it there. But anyway, it's a neat looking figure, and I think it will spruce up the top nicely. Har, har, har. So I'm just going to take my template here and just find a good spot. And I'm kind of looking for where the grain lines are going to be reasonably parallel to the book match, but also that I catch as much of this figure, because this figure is really nice, and try to catch as much of the figure as I can here. I'm thinking right about here looks good. And then I'm just going to take a Sharpie. I'm going to mark the center point from the template, and then I'm going to trace around the surface here so that I can plan where things are going here. And that's going to be the cut for this. Oh, I'm going to do a straight line down this as well. Let's do it on this side so it will be stable. Dit. And there we have it. So that's going to be the top. This will be the back. We've got here. So top, back, which is way thicker than we need. I'm just going to slice off enough to do a double book, just to do a book match, just to do a single book match of it. And then for the sides, I decided I liked a figure in this piece of walnut. And so I just took my template and found a good spot to catch as much of that figure and the grain lines running nicely. So I'm going to slice that, and then we've got this for our headstock plate we'll use probably. And I've decided for the neck to use mahogany. I've got this nice big old chunk of it here. It's 12 quarter, I think, or 10 quarter. What is it? It's 2.5, so it's 10 quarter. It's really nice and thick. It's a little skinny for a headstock. I'm going to probably have to put some wings on, which is fine. It's not a big deal. But in the end of it all, I have to find where the grain lines run again. I believe we're quarter sawing down in here. So that's what we'll do, is we'll probably quarter saw here and use that as our neck. just take a slab off of that. So that's all the big pieces. And what I want to do first is, well, first I'm going to clean up my mess. I've got all these templates, and I pulled out all kinds of maple and walnut and spruce and all kinds of pretty woods, but I decided on these are going to be pieces. Yeah, the decision has been made. These will be the pieces for it. And so it's just a matter of getting ready to cut all these parts out for sanding. I've got a bunch of all of these are going to be real thin boards, so I'm going to do the drum sanding on them. So I figure I'll just slice off some pieces and then I'll drum sand them to thickness as necessary. So that's where we are. We're going to get ready to, I think, joint edge, and we're getting prepared so I can resaw is what we're going to do. Is slice off. They're going to need to be about 1 millimeter thick, maybe a little thicker. No, they're more than 1 mil. They're about 1/8 of an inch thick. Something in that range. So we're going to get set up so that I can slice off a couple of strips from each of these. I'm not going to cut out the shapes until I've got them thin so I don't waste a bunch of wood. So we'll bring you back when we're ready to do that. Okay, so I just ran these over the jointer real fast because there was one that was really wavy in surface finish. So it would have been harder to cut. But I've had my first glimpse at the walnut. Yeah, this is going to be a good guitar. I'm actually starting to contemplate whether or not I should do the whole thing in the whole body in walnut. So I could do spruce on the front. I'm trying to decide if I want to put a walnut top on it. I need to do a little bit of research, I think. But at the moment, I just want to slice up a couple of strips for the sides and a couple of strips for the top, or for the back. It may also be a couple of strips for the top as well. That's a really pretty walnut. So let's just get figured up here. This is going to be here for the sides. I've got my resawing jig, my rig for resawing set up. I've got my fence set at a heavy 1/8 inch. It's actually more than, it's almost 1/4 is really what it is. Plans call for 1/10 of an inch or 100 thou. So I'm going to go a fair bit over that so I can drum sand it to final thickness. And hopefully that'll be enough. I'm going to try to get the wheels to come around here so I can use it effectively as a brake here. Okay. Now the wheels are locked. I think we can lock this one too while we're here. Good, we can. And we're just going to slice. Okay, so that was nice. So we've got our, I don't think I caught this one on the camera, but the ebony for the headstock plate is in. We've got our book match for our top, or our back, excuse me. I did decide that our back is the walnut, the rest is, we will do a spruce top. And the spruce is cut as well, so that book matched nice. I actually think I could probably have gotten another out of it. And I think I may just do that, just so I don't waste as much material. But yeah, in the end, we got that, and our sides have come out as well. Really nice. We have drum sanding to do next, which is always fun, right? Right? No, it sucks.